When did the shift happen? When did our focus on good health switch to our focus on convenience? Well, I have a theory about that. When you think about the beginning of the fast food restaurants. So the first one actually was back in the early 20s, which was White Castle. But I don't believe that shift began really happening until McDonald's came on the scene, which was, I believe, late 40s. I think it was 1948 I saw. And what did that do? Well, at first it created a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. Oh my goodness, we could take the family out and mom doesn't have to cook today. And it was a fun thing. But as time went on, it became more and more of a habit. And you know, it's funny, I ran into a woman last week, and she actually had a McDonald's hamburger from 1992. So what does that tell you? It tells you that it was processed meat and that it still looks the same that it did over 25 years ago. That's pretty scary, right? But actually, I'm focusing on the convenience at the moment. So in the beginning, we didn't think a whole lot about it because it was an experience. But as time went on, it started impacting people's lives. When we look back to the early 50s and even the 60s, we didn't see a lot of obesity, not like we do today. You see these old-time pictures on the beach and everybody's slim. Well, that's not the case now. There's a lot of obesity and diabetes and heart disease, high blood pressure we never had back then. That was the beginning of it, in my estimation, right? And then it's not just the food, it was the lifestyle. All of a sudden there was a television, right? And I know for myself, I can't remember whether it was late 50s or early 60s, because I'm old, that our first television came into our house. So instead of being outside playing, all of a sudden is, oh, I want to go in and see this particular show, right? And then, you know, Saturday mornings were cartoon mornings. So instead of out playing and running around, now we're sitting in front of this little box, right? Then you think about the remote control. Oh my goodness, how lazy have we gotten? We can't even get up to go and turn the channel or something else we want to watch. We have to do it from our seats, right? So this is all these things where we thought it was progress, right? We were looking for convenience. Well, now the pendulum has really turned in the other direction, and we are paying a price. We're paying a price for the way we're eating, the lack of exercise that we have, and even just being out in the sunshine. You know, that has a mental thing for us, right? So we really want to look at how can we get back to being focused on being healthy rather than everything being a convenience. I actually said to my husband this morning, it's not that I want to exercise, it's that I need to exercise. If I want to continue to be flexible and strong and healthy, then these are the decisions that we have to make. Because as I've said many, many times, it's not if it catches up to us, it's when it catches up to us. So I would suggest to you to let's get back focusing on how to be healthy instead of how to make things as easy as possible for us so we don't have to do all that much, right? So if you want to have a conversation about that, I would love to do that. I would love to get you on track. And until next time, have a wonderful day.